Whether it be a Hollywood blockbuster or your favorite PlayStation 2 title, the sound effects can make or break the experience. And when you want the job done just right, you call a Foley artist.
Foley's actually sync sound effects. What is that? Well, that really is when we shoot a scene, you think, well, aren't all the footsteps and all the handling of the doorknobs and the car doors opens, don't we get all that? Well, what happens is, usually the microphone does not pick all that up, so later on, we will come in, watch the film, or the video game, whatever, and we'll recreate those sounds, and that's all put back together in a final mix. Jack Foley, as the gentleman that actually came up with this idea. I found in my experience, it's all well and good to have in-house staff cut things from a library. I think that's great. But I also do think then there is an aspect they're missing, whereas custom sound effects, be they recorded effects for a particular project or Foley, will make the experience better.
John, a 25-year veteran of the film industry, finds himself more and more working on video games as well as films.
Well, in SOCOM 3, what we've started to do is work on the cutscenes first, and that enables us to establish all the sounds of the footsteps and the props, etc. Today there's a cutscene called AO Poland, which stands for Area of Operations Poland. And we're going to actually take that cutscene, do all the footsteps, and do all the props. And hopefully when we play it back, we're going to go, yeah, that's about right. Because indeed, when we in Foley do our job right, you don't know we've done it. That's the key to Foley, good Foley. We added some steam in this one particular cutscene I talked about. This is our little portable air generator, which can be was used for this sequence, and in fact used for a little steam hiss coming into the room. But it's multi-talented. You can also use this for, believe it or not, airplane flyby. Like that.
Foley may seem easy, but it actually takes years to master, and every master has their own bag of tricks.
Thanks. You would not believe how hard this job is. It looks incredibly easy. Hopefully, in a sense, it looks easy because our experience allows it to be such. The boing. I know, I'm not Jimi Hendrix. The hardest part of Foley is doing footsteps. Most people, even Foley people, will tell you it's props. In my experience, it's footsteps. Again, to have something sound real takes an artist. Well, of course, outside of all the shoes, which I have approximately 75 pair, I have a lot of other tricks in my bag, which most Foley people have. That is when we do bone breaks.
Use pine cones. It sounds really gruesome.
We have feather dusters, which are for wing flaps.
Is that really good?
Yeah.
So the next time you play a game or watch a movie, pay attention to the subtle effects like footsteps, and remember what went into creating them.
There is a league where sportsmanship, fair play, and integrity are honored rules. But not this league. Blitz the League, available October 2005.
They're called the Brotherhood. They have been our sworn enemies for as long as I can remember. Led by a madman who was once my closest friend. But now, a A new evil has surfaced. One with powers beyond comprehension. And those we have battled against for so long will become something we never imagined. Our allies. The apocalypse has begun.
I've never really believed in true evil. At least not until that night in the cabin. The night we found the book.
Okay, you horror flick fanatics, it looks like the Evil Dead movies might be a thing of the past, so if you're still craving more blood, guts, and Evil Dead gore, you'll want to play the game Evil Dead Regeneration.
I would hope that the unstoppable Evil Dead fans will be satisfied with this game. I think they will enjoy the addition of the sidekick. Literally the sidekick character, Sammy, played by Ted Raimi, who I just think is terrific.
Lords of unholy pestilence!
What is your malfunction, shrimp? Quit pole dancing on my leg. So there's a lot of banter of those two yahoos. Look, I think fans like the carnage and mayhem, but they like a little humor too. So it's a good blend of that.
It is time to release the power of the dead!
Are you talking to me, Doc? Or is this another one of your crazy mad scientist rants?
Well, you may have an idea of the essence of an Evil Dead movie, but what is the true essence of Bruce Campbell?
I try and do a little bit of everything, whether it's writing or directing or producing or acting, because it's job rotation within the entertainment industry. You know, I bet you'd be some kind of a knockout if you traded in the granny wear for thigh-high stockings and a bra that pushed up your yams. I think anything I do, I just want folks to be entertained. They can laugh, they can cry, they can be terrified. I don't really care what happens to them, but they got to be affected in some way. And hopefully when it's all over, they've had a good, positive experience.
The lure of acting and filmmaking caught Campbell back in 1979 when he made the first of 3 Evil Dead movies, and he's been hooked on the entertainment world ever since.
My job is to distract the masses from their everyday woes.
Some of you might know him as Ash, the hero who seems to miraculously dodge death in all 3 of the films. Admittedly, he has yet to master Evil Dead Regeneration, but he has some good insight on the difference between a game and a flick.
Well, what video games give you is they give you a complete environment with no editing. It's you determine where you go. So that's much more flexible than a movie. With a movie, they go, look here, go here, we're taking you in this direction. So, but a gamer can watch their own movie. They can make Ash do dumb things or smart things, or he can be a hero or a cat. He can go any direction they want.
Smell the fresh air!
So I like the flexibility of that format. Movies are becoming more like video games are becoming more like movies. So I think it's just from an actor's point of view, I don't want to be left behind. I suck at the game, unfortunately, because I get killed within minutes.
Why don't you go hump a stump?
Okay, Bruce Campbell can't play a video game to save his life, but the dude can keep a successful career going longer than most guys in Hollywood.
You can count on that.
He's made and acted in countless films, written 2 books, and continues with cameo roles in numerous feature films.
But with a film, it's very tedious. You have to sit around and wait for every shot to be, created and put on film. With a video game, and since it's all audio, it's pretty much just recording thousands and thousands of lines of dialogue with variations, too.
What the hell was that?
Cork it, Deadite. Just find me the next portal.
Campbell's eclectic career includes a long history of working with people he's known for decades, including friends from his seemingly garden variety childhood, a couple of them being director Sam Raimi and his brother Ted.
Ah, eat.
We should consider ourselves lucky, Runt. It's great. You bicker like, brothers and sisters, but it's way better than trying to sit down with someone and go, now how are we going to do this? You do what and then I do what? With people like Ted and these other pals that I've worked with for years, you just do it. It's way better.
Enough about the past. What does Campbell say about the future?
Maybe you should let me handle the witty banter, okay?
You know, you look at the motion of video games now, and with this ragdoll technology that I know the Evil Dead game has, it just makes it look really real. The industry has changed so much since when I first started. When I first started, there was no video stores. There was no DVD. There was no digital anything. I think we have to tread carefully into the brave new world of make-believe.
When you get to hell, tell him Ash sent you.